Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. BTM here, bringing you another narrated Age of Empires 3 match. This is a 1v1 on Yucatan. I'm playing Japanese against a British, and let's get right down to the action and look at the matchup. Obviously, this is a map, water on both sides, water on the bottom left, water on the top right, potential for fishing in both. I do start with one orchard rickshaw because this is a New World map and not an Asian Dynasties map where I would get to, and my early game micro will be a little bit sloppy, although I do avoid hopefully any catastrophic errors, but not quite down pat like the pros, so I do need to get that fixed. I do take a little bit of unnecessary damage on my Explorer, but let's get into the heart and bones of this game. Let's get into this matchup right away. I'm playing as Japanese for the first time in what seems like forever, and I just saw an expert replay of somebody playing as Japanese, and I thought, you know what, I want to lame some Japanese. I know they're considered OP in rush games, overpowered, and I thought, what better way to get back into playing Age of Empires a little bit more regularly by rocking an overpowered civilization. So, of course, we will be rocking the Japanese here today. Now, we are facing down against a British, and this is kind of a little bit of an interesting dichotomy, in my opinion, at the very least. British do like to sit back and boom if you let them. If you let them, they would love to get their manor boom. They would love to send 700 wood, 600 wood, and just kind of explode all over the map. They, of course, get their villager every time they throw down a manor. This is all stuff I'm sure you know, that I'm not spoiling it for you for the first time. So with that in mind, I kind of was thinking, well, I know Japanese like to shrine boom as well, and that's kind of a Japanese thing. You put down your shrines everywhere. You send as your first card your shrine improvement card, which gives you cheaper shrines and increased gathering rate. So I was thinking, well, you know what? Maybe I should just outboom them. Now, let me take a second from the bigger picture to point out here. I'm going for this 100 food treasure, and I realize right here that I don't have as much health as I thought I did. I'm so used to playing with European civilizations where the Explorer, of course, has 450 health rather than 270 or 270, and of course these blowgunners have 250 health, and so I'm like, crap, I might not be able to win it. And I notice I accidentally clicked there and you send the wrong shipment first, but I really want to send Heavenly Kami. But all that to say, I nearly killed my Explorer. Look at that. I'm jamming that button. You can't see it, but I'm pressing that button really hard, and he dies before he completes the travel animation. And I was so mad. That 100 food would have allowed me to age up pretty much right now, because I'm at 650, and now I'm going to have to wait, and I let my Explorer die. So I tell the guy in chat to make myself feel better, and I decided to make another villager. Of course, I am at 14, 11, I'm not sure, 11. I wasn't sure. I just assumed that the plan was to keep making villagers until you could age up. So that's what I was going to do. I am, of course, building shrines as fast as I can. I am using shrines to get the wood from more shrines, but we'll comment on that later. All that to say, though, in the large-scale matchup, I know he wants to sit back and boom, and I thought, you know what, it might be a great idea for me to sit back and boom as well. Like, why not? Because my thinking there is, normally if you're playing somebody who wants to sit back and boom, you don't sit back and boom. You say, all right, you're going to sit back and boom, well, screw you. I'm going to go balls to the wall and attack you and, you know, be really, really hyper aggressive. But my thinking, my mentality here was, well, you know what? He's going to sit back and boom. I'm definitely a civilization which can boom. But in addition to that, I'm absolutely certain that my military with Ashugaru musketeers, Naginata riders, and the such is way stronger than yours. So my mentality was, you know what? Why sit back and boom when I can, or why not sit back and boom when we can both sit back and boom and my military will be better than his? Now check this out. I steal the treasure from him and then I zoom in and poof, I'm gone. And I gotta say, I felt like such a baller right there. Oh my goodness. I would play Japanese even if they were the weakest civilization in the game, just so I could do that. That's just so freaking cool. I realized thereafter getting to make villagers for a second or two, probably more like 20 or 30 seconds. But all that to say, my mentality in this game, and I think that's like the third or fourth time I said all that to say, so there we go again. But my mentality in this game was, you know what? Let's boom all over the map. A great advantage of shrines, of course, is that you do get some line of sight from them. So, and I can really restrict his herds and stop him from being able to hunt in places. So my thought was, this is a really potentially really good idea to just boom, and then as we're both massing up an army, my army will be stronger than his per capita. As long as I'm not stupid, I can win any conflict and engagement. I am slightly nervous about him taking the ocean, as I don't have a proper Japanese water deck made yet. I really should, but it's not the end of the world. So I do, of course, have 5 on wood now, 9 on food, and my plan is with my mega shrine on wood. And look here, by the way, I built my mega shrine next to a herd of animals, and all the animals go away. My plan here, though, of course, is to get a barracks up immediately, ASA to the P. That way I can start pumping out some units. But my first shipment was for villagers. I clearly am not, hopefully it's clear, I'm not respecting his military potential or prowess. I don't expect him to be hyper aggressive. To be honest, he really could have killed me if he had gone like with a grenade or rush or something. But he's going to do what Britain is normally known for, and I'm going to do what Japan is normally known for. And we're both going to sit back and boom. Like I said, probably should have fish boomed, but I don't have that fish booming deck yet, so I'm going to have to get on that. And as you can see, I'm just trying to get my shrines down in all the herds on the map. If I can get him off herds, that'll be a huge advantage for me. Now, I, of course, can't eat herds. I have to eat berries. So we are going to start, though, making some men. I was going to go Yumi initially, and then I thought, because, you know, Yumi are a better choice. If he goes Musketeers, Yumi wins. If he goes Longbowmen, Yumi wins. If he goes Musketeers and Hussar, I'll be in some trouble. I'll definitely need some counter cav in there. But I thought, you know what, that's probably smarter to go Ashigaru overall, even though Yumi might be a better choice, especially if he goes with some Hussar, because I figure he'll try to pop out a few Hussar on the map to start raiding. Also, I want to save my wood for shrine building, as I am shrine booming right now. And so, okay, I'm just going to start making a few units, not a ton. And there comes 5 musketeers. I have 2 musketeers, so clearly not going to be an enjoyable or a fair fight for me. I am, of course, ready to move those villagers away, but he doesn't seem like he's coming in. So I am going to send 5 Yumi as my 3rd shipment overall, 2nd in the colonial. And I love, and I gotta say, I absolutely love, adore, cherish that Japan can send their shipments 2 times. It's so overpowered. It's ridiculously amazing. But of course, I am going to send my Yumi archers for the first time, and I'm going to keep making some Ashigaru musketeers. And I'm now putting villagers onto coin. 14 on food, 6 on wood, 4 on gold, but I'm going to, or coin I should say, but I am going to, of course, increase the amount on coin as the need arises. And still making just a few Ashigaru musketeers. Not really coming out full spam because I am, of course, I don't have enough coin. I kind of messed up my coin production, but I do have enough now where if I run into his roving bands of musketeers, I should be able to dispatch them with relative ease. And I'm almost at the point where I'm eating or have eaten on most of the herds. So I'm going to, surprise, surprise, I am going to go for that market now, get that good life. And I am going to catch one of his roving bands of musketeers here, get 1 kill, 2 kills before he stops the fire. He's going to walk away. I get my 3rd kill. Now that other 5 is coming in, I'm going to get a kill. And I don't know how many units I have there. Was that 10, 11? That's 9. I don't think he could have beaten me hands-on because I do believe Ashigarus are stronger than normal musketeers. And in addition, I had some Yumi mix in. But by simply being able to attack his forces at 2 separate points, I definitely got a lot more kills than I probably normally should have. And now his military is really split up. And if you keep in mind that each musketeer is 90 or 80 resources or whatever they are, he's actually in kind of a bad way in that he's losing them one at a time. So I'm just going to send 4 musketeer or 4 villagers as my 4th shipment overall. I don't have a big military, but I'm not fearing his military at all. I'm at a point now where I can almost just keep adding to my military because Japan's military is really, really strong. And as we can see, he's starting to mix in some longbowmen. But I'm at a point where I'm floating over 500 on wood, so I am going to throw up a stable. I should look to get a consulate soon, but I have no idea what the Japanese consulate does. No! Wait a minute. Holy crap. As I'm narrating this, I just realized the Japanese consulate allows you to build shrines cheaper and your wonders cheaper, don't they? Oh my goodness. I'm so stupid for not building it. Wow. Why are you guys watching me? I'm an idiot. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, alright. Okay. I just had the stupidest epiphany of my entire life. I am going to queue up 5 more Yumi archers. I can't believe I did that. I didn't build a consulate. I'm pretty sure if I were to go back and watch one of my own videos, it would literally tell me to build a consulate. I kid you not. I'm absolutely certain if I went back and watched my own Japanese videos, it would tell me to build a consulate. I'm really kind of embarrassed right now. I mean, you guys can't see me, which is a good thing, but I'm sitting here thinking, holy crap, I'm an idiot. Alright, so we are going to go and try to pick off some more units. 1 longbow down. I believe there's 60 wood, 60 food, 40 wood. So, of course, getting free kills is always fabulous. And I think that's been kind of the moral of the game. Just pick them off while kind of keep a respectful distance from any meaningful conflict. I am going to probably switch, I am going to switch my shrines down to food now, considering that I am floating a little bit more wood than I need, so I'm going to get a TP up so I can really start taking advantage of my shipments. I am now popping out some Naginata riders, and these things are O to the P, but I can't believe I forgot about the Portuguese consulate. I'm sitting here telling you guys, I have no idea what the Portuguese consulate does, and I'm like, no, it's OP, especially on a water map. I could have sent boats, I could have... Wow, I can't believe it. I'm an idiot. Why do you guys watch me? It's probably just for my good looks. But all I have to say, derping really hard at this point in the game. Not derping super bad, but definitely not playing like I should. And he chooses to back up here, which I don't know. I find a little bit interesting. Maybe he's scared of my Naginata riders. Maybe he's scared of my mass. I'm just trying to make sure I keep making villagers, keep making military units. I probably should be going off of dual racks now instead of a single racks. But not the end of the world probably. I am going to circle around with my Naginata, and I do kind of take unnecessary damage there. And I believe I'm going to lose one or lose most of the health on one. So that's a little bit unfortunate for me. I am going to, while thinking about that, go, well, maybe I should make some more Naginata riders. It does appear like he's massing longbow, so I'm thinking if he's going to go Musketeer Hussar or Longbow Hussar, I might as well go Ashigaru, Naginata, Yumi mix. I don't know. Apparently I've been told, or I've heard, that pros use 3 units, not just 2. So I do have a 3-unit mix, which probably makes me a pro at this game. And if you disagree otherwise, I don't want to hear it. Not to mention, I do just there buy market upgrades. So don't tell me that I'm not knowing exactly what I'm doing here. No, I have no clue there. I can't believe I forgot about the Portuguese consulate. Either way, my mind's running out, a little bit of economic overgrowth, but I'm not worried now. I'm actually almost at a point where I'm thinking I probably need to be a little bit more aggressive. I am hopefully going to get a free kill, but he reacts really fast to that, and maybe it's just me, but I feel like I always react very slowly to... I always feel like I react very slowly. I dropped a pen, sorry. I always feel like I react very slowly to raids. Now, I did send the 2 Orchard Rickshaw shipment, and I can hear the collective groan of everybody who knows how to play the game. So let me justify myself. Here's what I'm thinking. That berry bush is almost dead, and I only am on 1 orchard. If I send the 2 Orchard Rickshaw, it allows me to gather quickly and firmly in my base without having to be overexposed or, push too far forward. I thought it was just a very strategic, smart, securing resources for me move, in addition with having all the market upgrades. Now, he is going to push a little bit, but not quite. I am going to kind of run in with my Naginata, and I'm going to lose 1, I believe, here. Yep, there goes down 1, so now I'm not 9, but I am going to be able to take down this barracks, and he's still not pushing forward, and my Naginata... First off, can we just call them the Naginata riders look amazing with the spears on their hands? There's probably a better name for it. Maybe they're Naginatas. That's why they're Naginata riders. They're riding with Naginatas. Okay, well, I just answered life's biggest mystery. But joking aside, I think my mass here is slightly smaller than his, but definitely capable of beating his mass. So I'm just thinking, you know what, let me go engage. And even if I lose this, I don't think he'll be strong enough to make a significant counter push towards me. And that's not a very threatening mass, considering that I'm fighting this and I have Naginatas. So I am actually just going to end up pressing alt attack on the Naginatas and having them go attack wherever, whoever, whatever. I probably should have circled some around to go really start picking off the longbow, but there weren't that many longbow men, in my opinion, to actually go have to pick off. There's like 6 or 7. Actually, no, you're right. I should have gone and picked them off. Now some Naginatas are making their way back there, but my massive units has done well, and now I'm going to put down a forward barracks. It's time to really take advantage now that I have an advantage and not let it go. I am going to pull back and take down that outpost, and I'm wondering in my head, did he age with the outpost and 200 gold, or did he build it? I'm guessing he aged with it and put that down to secure a herd or something, but not a big deal. He does have some units here, and so we are going to kind of split up our forces and go to attack. I am trying decently, I think, to micro down the musketeers while having my Yumi micro down the musketeers while having my Naginata go kill the longbowmen. I think I'm doing a decent job there, and I'm going to get up a second forward barracks. So now we're really looking to dual barracks span, and I am going to send the 2 Orchard Rickshaw again, even though I haven't put it down the first time. I know I hear the judgments and the why are you doing this? Why didn't you have a Portuguese consulate? But I was thinking in my head as I'm trying to boom, it would be really helpful to have a very centralized, very safe, very protected source of food, especially as my coin sources are starting to gravitate a little bit outwards. And then I realize now, wow, I'm sitting on a ton of resources, so I'm going to build the Buddha. And I know I hear the collective groans again. Meanwhile, by the way, he's in age 3, something I won't realize until I actually encounter some veteran musketeers. So he actually was not a fast fortress because it's 15 minutes in the game, but definitely I wasn't expecting him to go straight to 3, and boom, more orchards. And so now I have 5 cherry orchards around my town, so I'm not going to run out of food. So for all you people saying, oh my god, BTM, you're so noob, you built cherry orchards everywhere, oh, am I out of food yet? No, I don't think so. Okay, well, meanwhile I'm out of the mine, so I'm going to put my shrines on gold. I'm gonna put most of my people on wood, and then I'm gonna start spamming all my new villagers onto food. And I think my first shipment when I hit the second age will either be 9 Yumi or 7 villagers, and my goal is to really get a really strong second age shipment. But as you can see here, in come veteran musketeers, which probably should scare me, except there's not really that many of them. So it's kind of one of those, you aged and got the upgrade, but maybe a better mass might have been more useful. I am determined here, of course, to kind of pursue him in, or at least to the point where I can take down that barracks, because I am now capable of dual rack spamming Ashigaru musketeers, which I believe are superior to his own. And I am going to start making a fleet, because I was pretty convinced for some reason at this point he absolutely had to be on the ocean, and if not, then he was going to lose the game. But if he was, I was in danger of losing it immediately, so I needed to go take them ocean. And then I see a mill, and I was like, okay, I mean, that's one good thing that Japan can do. They can force you off hunts. He hasn't been super aggressive in terms of destroying my shrines, but I am going to back up here because I don't know what his military is. I know he can have the 2 cannon shipment, of course, from being in the next age. And I am going to now put more villagers onto my berry bushes. And now, do I not look like a genius? All 4 of these berry bushes being gathered from. Look at that. Super helpful. No, I don't know. I'm just trying to make myself seem smarter than I am. And I do send it. I did build a Buddha because knowledge is power, and I'm looking through his town looking for his military, and that's it. 5 musketeers, 6 dragoons, and I didn't really see anything else in my very quick circumference. So I'm thinking I'm going to march straight to where the military is, and then I'm just going to start breaking stuff. And I'm going to send 9 Yumi. Why do I send 9 Yumi? 7 villagers would have been a better choice, all things considered, but not the end of the world. And we are going to go and just start breaking stuff, like I said. And he also appears to be on 1 town center, which, again, slightly surprises me considering he went to the 3rd. Granted, I just went to the 3rd age and I didn't build another town center as well. And I'm finally building a consulate. I can't believe I didn't build a consulate earlier. Meanwhile, I notice I get hit in the rear with a cannon. That sounds like a bad rape joke. My apologies. So I am going to run away, just straight away from the cannon. Not even going to try to maneuver, just quickest path away from the cannon. And I am, of course, going to build a stable because I realized I need to get more Naginata on the field. They were what really gave me an advantage, I think, in the first place, and I'm a little bit stupid to quit making them. Although I did age up with 3, so if I get those 3 Naginata up to the 10 Ashigaru I have on the field, in addition to the 9 Yumi I sent, I'm probably pretty solid right now. Meanwhile, it's got a lot of houses, but I've really taken control of the map. He hasn't been able to expand or do probably as much as he would like to. And I did get a 2nd trading post built, and I missed the fact that I'm engaging there. So I'm thinking, let's just shoot and kill that cannon, then run away. And then there's another cannon, but I'm like, hey, look, I have another army, and I know you don't have that much strength. Meanwhile, he's pursuing me, and I'm like, bro, why would you be pursuing me, especially if you know I outnumber you? Or why would your forces be split up? So I really not too worried at this point. I think it's more or less in the bag. I am going to circle around with those 3 Naginata to go kill that cannon. We did see he had Dragoons, but I don't know where he went. Meanwhile, I am about to get a full batch of Naginata built quickly, and I am finally going to pick the Dutch ally because I wanted a bank, okay, guys? Sheesh, we just played some Dutch, or I at least did off camera, and I like Dutch, so I was thinking I'll get a bank. Meanwhile, I am going to snipe down that cannon. And it's really just a mop-up at this point. My forces are pretty superior, and it's just kind of pay attention to him, make sure we clean him up, and then move on. And he chooses about right now to resign. And I don't know if I had villagers in production or not. We did get up to 50 villagers, which was pretty solid. Did abuse being able to send 4 villagers twice, and I probably should have sent 7 villagers in this 3rd age. Now, again, something to point out, really surprising, neither of us went for the ocean. If I had went for the ocean, he would be so dead right now. And if he had went from the ocean, I would have been so dead right now. So both of us were ridiculously stupid for not going for the ocean. My military mass far outnumbered his, not to mention I had superior units. Although I did lose a lot, but I don't know. I mean, look, I was kind of marveling at the fact he had such a long period of not making units. I don't know if he was just floating a lot of resources or if he was waiting to age, because he hit, he hit 3 a lot faster than I did. So I guess he was just waiting to age, and I don't think that was beneficial for him, all things considered, because I just kept working on a mass. And I did look at all resources gathered, I believe. No, villager count. And this was what was really surprising to me. I was even with him or surpassing him most of the game, which, again, he's British, man or booming, shouldn't have happened, not to mention he probably should have gone to the sea. And then I was also kind of surprised. I'm like, wait, there's an animal you can eat on Euron Mills, but then I realized it was the only one. But I still was kind of like, well, maybe that wasn't the smartest choices, the highest level competition. And I was, for the most part, able to get my shrines on nearly all the hunts. Some animals eventually did make it to my big shrine, although I did miss one hunt over there in the woods. I really like Japanese, though. I'm going to keep playing them, and I'm actually going to learn how to do some appropriate strategies, so I hope you guys don't mind. I'd like to thank you for watching, but before I leave, I do have a quote of the day and a life update. I'm going to be doing a little bit more of the vlogging as life progresses, and I want to make that a thing, and I have some other ideas as well, so you'll be seeing that. But before I leave, I do want to let you know that satisfaction lies in the effort, not in attainment. Full effort is full victory. And that is Mahatma Gandhi, and I probably didn't pronounce his first name right. My apologies. Wise man, wise words, try hard. Thank you for watching. My name is BTM, and until next time, good luck and happy hunting. BTM out.